Hey guys, welcome to another episode of On Recovery on Location. Right here, it seems that my solar water fountain gimmick blah blah blahs have come in for some water situations I have outside for the birds that have let me know they want to eat all of my garden. So I decided to give them a designated area in the hopes that they would leave my garden alone. On today's On Recovery, I just want to talk a little bit about depression. It seems that depending on where you get hit in the brain and or what other injuries you have, waves of depression will happen. Especially even if it's just, another body part, but you're taken out of the sport you love or the activity you love, you're going to feel a little isolated and alone, even if you're in company. Okay. So what are some things that you do to help with that? Well, it can be very difficult, but just as if you would isolate a muscle at a gym or you meditate to focus in on yourself, I want everyone to try to really focus on the difference between the depression talking and what you need and your body needs. It can be really difficult to separate what the words are floating through your mind or, the symbiote just kind of like creeping over you and trying to pull you into these negative things that aren't the reality. They're real and they feel like a black hole sometimes of emotion. But you are loved. You have people around you that care about you, and you're great at the things that you do. You are. I know you are. You don't have to tell me. There's only one you, and you're unique in all the world. So I know that there's no one in the world that's going to be better at being you than you. And sometimes those things are hard to focus on. So things that I do to kind of work through that are focus on my animals. It's hard when it's rainy because it kind of adds to the Eeyore feelings. But sometimes a good movie night in or playing with them or working on new tricks or, if it is sunny, take them to a park and just walk around. If you do indulge like myself, I bought a recipe book called Bon Appetit. And I'm going to Bed Bath & Beyond to get some special fun tools that I can only use for these infusions I want to make. Because cooking makes me happy. Especially cooking for people I love. And granted, currently, I'm more of a baker, but I just love being in the kitchen and working on new recipes to snack on, because who doesn't love snacks? I think I literally always have something in my bag to snack on because nobody wants to see me hangry. The garden has been great. Not everyone has a green thumb, for sure. But it has been fun to work on, and certainly I'm not doing a perfect job. This is only my second year. So finding out what soil mixes to get or checking on how things are growing, putting on music and going outside and just, pruning and adding a little love to your garden, even if it's just one little plant. That one little plant looks to you to be nurtured. And that's beautiful. Connects me to nature. And then I watch the dogs chase the squirrels, which is always fun, except when they run through the pumpkin patch. That's always fun. I got to remind myself that's fun. Some tips. I use a lot of products with neroli, which is a natural mood booster. Scents are very important. Even when people say like they're not a big scent person, but there is something to having fresh mint around, peppermint or spearmint. There is something to having fresh lavender or lemon balm. Any citrus type scents are definitely going to lift you, even if it's only for a moment. But if you can take a second and just breathe it in and just let it fill you, I guarantee it's going to feel good. Unless you're allergic to lemon, then don't do that. But I definitely love orange scrub. I just got one from Lush that I need to re-up on. And it's like a very thin version of the magic crystals that I would get. But it's just filled with orange and citrus and just feels delicious. So things like that really help in times like this. And they don't last forever. And that's important to remember, that it will pass. And I know I have a ton more tips because I try to make sure every one of my senses is nurtured during waves of depression that we all encounter. And maybe that will help. I sometimes make a list of every sense that I have. And I'll just be like, okay, aromatherapy here, or I like my incense, or I like this, I want to smell this, I want to feel this. So I'll use a specific lotion or go tanning. I'll try to work out to get endorphins and blood flow. So take a walk, be in nature, go outside, do something that can kind of keep me moving, but also connect me. And what do I like to eat? Sure, it's great to eat like a whole container of ice cream, but I don't necessarily know that I feel good after that. Or a whole pizza. Pizza's never bad, right? But I have Quest pizza. So I'll do something like that where I can be indulgent and get Carb Smart ice cream or the Rebel ice cream sandwiches, which are my favorite, and just have a whole pizza and ice cream, but really not murdering my diet. So little things like that have really helped getting through. There's a huge one in the Resilience Factor book that I've been, working through, as it was also a textbook for me. And it's reaching out. And make sure you reach out, because you're never a burden to anyone. And you're loved. And people want you to hit them up when you're feeling down. So don't hesitate. Know that I'm also here, even if it feels like a message on Patreon or OnlyFans. It's going to take a while. But no, I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. And lean on your friends and your family. They want you to. And you can work through that with somebody, or maybe they can come by and bring you snacks. It seems to be one of the most important things to me, huh? But I can't tell you how great it is when Edith or Willow drop by with donuts and we just sit and shoot the shit. Things like that really have a way of changing your day and how you feel. And it has been studied that the human body and mind really accumulate their mood in the present from the last 3 days that have happened. So if your last 3 days have been great, you'll probably be in a good position on that 4th day to continue that pattern. But if an unexpected wave comes via whether it's an injury or depletion of minerals, or you're having a rough fucking time, those waves of depression are natural. Use those good days to help pull you out of that 4th, maybe rough day, or that wave that's passing. And I hope that these tips help you the way that they do help me. And even reaching out to you now already feels a world better. Because no matter what, we're all connected. We're all on the same team. And I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Oh, it's like falling apart.